Can you give us an initial? Can you give us your name? Can you give us anything?
Yo, 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 yo. What was that? What was that? What is that, dude? What is that, dude? Yo, get the fuck out of here. What in the hell is that? What is going on, you guys? MisteryTank coming back at you. Now, tonight we are continuing our journey with MindSeed TV. Now, the only two videos I've ever seen of MindSeed TV have been the last two videos on this channel. So this will be my third ever video reacting to MindSeed TV. And the title of this video is Scariest Video Ever Recorded. Almost stopped the entire show. In the past, they've talked about maybe one of them quitting. But this time they're talking about stopping the show, like the entire team quitting. So this is going to be crazy. I have a feeling. But without further ado, let's cue camera 2 and we'll get right into it. All right. Here we go.
This is the scariest investigation that I have ever done in my life.
Oh, damn.
This is one of those questioning what the f we're doing type of places.
Oh, shit. Hold on a second. When was this uploaded? I gotta see. This was uploaded 3 years ago. Okay, so this is the most recent video we've watched so far on this channel. Crazy. Okay. So this is crazier than the other two that we watched, and the other two that we watched were pretty damn crazy.
I needed a little bit of time after this investigation.
What just fucking happened?
Yo.
What did you just ask him? I can't keep seeing shit like this. I can't keep experiencing shit like this.
Yeah, for real though, man, it would take a toll on you after a while. You know what I'm saying? Like you would be, you would be getting burnt out on a level that, like a level of burnout that you've never quite experienced by doing this all the time. You know, just having crazy thing after crazy thing happen to you, constant crazy shit. I would think that it would definitely wear on you.
Let's leave, dude.
Yeah, let's get the f on, man.
The investigation that almost stopped the entire show.
The spirit box, I'm not going in there for that.
Dude, I'm not going back in there.
Bro, you know it's bad when you don't even want to go back and get your own equipment, dude. Holy shit.
And the back door to the house is just sitting like this.
Oh, shit.
Like it's a heavy feeling here. More
What is the story with this place? This place looks legit lived in. Like, this looks like a family lives here. This doesn't look like an abandoned house.
than any of the other spots.
My mind isn't even ready to form words yet. I'm hyperventilating still. Without even a second thought or look or guess or asking each other's opinion, we were fucking gone.
Wow. Following content may be considered disturbing to some. Viewer discretion is advised. Duly noted, every person has their limits. Sometimes those limits are exceeded and it becomes too much. Ha 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 ha! This is gonna be a spicy meatball.
We received an email from an older couple that claims their house has some sort of evil presence residing on their property. They didn't want to be on camera or have our initial interviews recorded, but some of the details of this location were very grim.
Okay, so this does belong to somebody. This is somebody's property.
Apparently, the last couple that lived in the home had marital problems and there was an affair of some sort. After the husband found out, no one could get in touch with the wife for several weeks. And eventually, her body was found in the lake behind the house.
I mean, come on, marital problems, arguing for weeks, and then, or arguing for a long period of time. I don't remember how long he said, but Then she was missing for weeks. Then they find her body. It's obvious the husband did it, right? But are they going to claim that it was the spirit influencing him? The demonic spirit influencing the husband to end his wife's life? We'll find out.
Since the current owners moved in, they've been experiencing all sorts of strange events within the home. Objects moving on their own, doors slamming in the middle of the night, and oddly, an increase in pest activity anytime that they encounter some paranormal activity. They told us about one incident where spiders were coming out of the AC vents.
Hell no. 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 Do you see all those spiders? That can't be actual footage from the house, right? That's like stock footage. That's a hell of a lot of spiders though, bro. Hell no.
They told us about one incident where spiders were coming out of the AC vents while doors were opening and closing on their own. They believe that the two are linked. This was the first time that we had heard anything like this. As strange as it sounded, Colton and I knew that we had to go and check this place out.
Oh, bro. And back with this banger-ass intro. This may be the coolest intro I've ever seen on one of these paranormal YouTube channels. Like, this intro fucking slaps. Damn. Nothing like getting hyped for a paranormal investigation. All right. Let's bring our heart rate back down to baseline. Let's get serious because we need to pay attention. Here we go. Something off.
Every single location that we do has its own thing, its own scary aspect of what's there on top of the scary. And from my immediate recollection, this is gotta be, of its type, the scariest investigation that
I will say though, they've upped their interview quality. Like because I don't know what it was like in the last couple of episodes we've watched. It's been like super dark and gloomy. You can't even see the person really. I think it's stylistic choice, but this is much better. You can actually see who's talking to you.
I have been a part of. Like, this is one of those questioning what the fuck we're doing type of places.
This place doesn't have a name either. This is fucking weird.
Yeah.
No way this gate works.
You hear that
Oh
owl?
my god.
Dude, I love owls at night.
Oh, proper tones. Setting the proper tones with the owls.
What the fuck is that?
What?
This is the noisiest quiet I've ever heard in my life.
Hey, throw your high beams on.
Yeah, dude.
There you
Listen
go.
to that.
What are we actually getting into here?
Those crickets. Ah, the gate's closing behind you, bro. You can't leave.
It was the loudest ambience that I've ever heard in my life. The crickets, the birds, the frogs, and just pulling up to the house, you could feel that something was off. They said that the lake behind the house is where the shit went down. Hey, what's it like? Turn right. Some more.
Yo, like I like the story of the past and like what's happened here sets the tone for real. Like it's proper creepy, right? Like you're going into this house knowing that this like horrible, heinous shit happened here. It's creepy.
Is that their stable? Like their little barns there? You know what? Yeah, pull up to that. Let's just check that out real quick. There's the lake back there. Yeah. There's the lake back over there.
Okay, so something to note here. We are apparently watching them arrive here. Like they have not set foot on this property until they started rolling the cameras, right? So that's something to keep in mind. Now, obviously, we haven't really concluded totally, like, I haven't concluded whether I totally feel like these guys are legit or not. But they could have planted somebody in here beforehand. Doesn't necessarily mean anything, but they're trying to give the impression, anyway, by rolling the cameras as they're going through the gate, that this is like this is the first time they've ever stepped foot on this property. So just something to note.
What the fuck is in the road right here? Is it a stump?
I don't know.
Thank God for trips.
Oh yeah. Let's you know what? Leave the headlights on. Let me see what's up with this.
Okay.
That door's open. Damn, dude. This is proper creepy. Proper creepy.
I walked through there just to take a look to see what it looked like. I didn't really feel too much the first time that I walked in there. Hello? Anybody home?
Yeah, why are the doors open? Yeah. Definitely some creaky doors, creaky hinges.
But then we entered the house. Let me just show.
Yo, what the fuck is that noise? What is that noise right now? Bunch of little gnomes having a dance party?
What's out here? It's so fucking loud.
What the hell is that? Is that birds? What is that noise? I never heard some shit like that before. I've heard some crazy nighttime ambiance noises before, but like maybe birds? Oh, frogs. Maybe it's frogs. It's probably frogs. Some weird sounding frogs.
Hello, hello. Yeah, it's nice to get away from that noise out there. Yeah, let me get this up.
Yeah, I've never heard frogs like that, man.
There we go. A lot of horse pictures in here. It's cool.
Again, bro, with the sound effects in the background. Come on. We don't need the sound effects. We're here to listen for noises. Why do we do this? MindSeed TV. Stop putting the sound effects in the background, bro. I can't hear. I can't hear what's going on.
I said we just do like a full sweep. And then let's do a full sweep with the Ovilus too. The first thing that we did, which is what we always do, we did a scan with the EMF detector. Typically we like to walk the whole
Like the interior of this house looks relatively new too. It doesn't look older. It looks like relatively newly built.
area of the whole property and see if there's any kind of blips, see if we're getting any kind of reading that might indicate where we should be doing our major testing at.
And it looks like a somewhat modern floor plan as well. Well, I guess if you look at the trim right here, this is some older style trim. So, I don't know, maybe it was like updated or renovated or something, but it does look newer.
Dude, this place is giving me fucking anxiety. Hold on.
You got it too, right? Like it's a heavy feeling here, more than any of the other spots we've really been.
No. I mean, honestly, I don't know if it's like, poof.
Damn, man, you know if guys like this are saying there's a heavy feeling, There's a heavy feeling, bro. Like these guys have like nerves of steel going into these places all the time. If they're saying there's a heavy feeling, it's probably pretty fucking heavy.
Remember Aunt Tina's house? Remember that episode that
That's
I did in
probably
season
why.
1, and then we went back? And that was like a fucked house. There was like
Yeah.
evil shit happening there, you know?
Did you hear that? What was that?
There was like
Yeah.
evil
You hear that?
shit happening there, you know? Oh, bro.
Yo.
Come on, dude.
Was that the door? Hold
know?
on. Hold
A
on.
fucked house. There was like
Yeah.
evil.
No, that wasn't the sound of the door opening, was it? Because that came from, in my ears, I can just tell it came from over here, right? Right, so just listening, it came from over here, and he turns that way to the door.
Shit happening there, you know? Oh, bro. Come on, dude.
What?
But
We noticed that the back door of the property was wide open. And when I say wide open, I mean the slider leading to the back door that leads to the lake was just wide open. The fucking sliders are both wide open, and the back door to the house is just sitting like this.
Dude, I'm not stoked because, like, what could have slithered and crawled in here,
Well,
though?
first of all, bugs, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, why is this open, bro? Nobody had been there for days. We don't know why it was like this, but it was definitely unsettling. It's almost like someone just fucking either came in or went out of the back of the house and left everything wide open.
What's back here?
I don't know.
Huh. There's the dock. There's the lake, the pond. Oh, bro.
Coming from the lake, that door right there was wide open.
Huh.
Side note, off camera, this shit makes me really fucking uneasy out here, dude.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
No shit.
Off camera, but totally on camera. We're going to leave that in. Off camera, but leave it in.
I don't know what it is. You feel it too, right?
Uh-huh.
You feel it?
Oh,
like-
yeah.
Like weird?
Oh, big time, dude.
Wait, hold on. Is there only 2 of them this time? I think in the past there's been 3, I believe. But there's only 2 of them this time.
We could be getting looked at. We could be getting fucking watched. We could be getting followed. There could be all types of shit fucking...
The door?
waiting
Was
for us.
someone coming or going?
Oh,
You
yeah.
know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like, what is that? Did someone come in here before we got here, or did someone leave when we got here?
I don't know.
I don't either. All right, I'm gonna grab some of this.
Okay.
Or, I mean, maybe they just, like, left the door open on accident when they left, the family? I mean, why does it have to be, like, activity when you got there?
All right, we're here to communicate with you, and I'm not sure who is present here, but whatever.
All right, they're calling out now. They're starting to call out. I got a feeling it's about to get crazy. Because the activity really starts before the ghost hunters call out. But once they call out, if there's going to be some shit that pops off, that's when it's going to pop off. Let's watch.
Whatever entity is here, can you please communicate with us through this device in my hand? We can use your energy, and we can turn that into words if you would like to speak to us right now.
Oh, this
Is there
thing
anything
talks.
you'd like to tell us? Were you coming or were you leaving if you're the one that left that door open right there?
Enter?
Inner. I remember saying to
Enter.
Colton, I wonder if it was something.
Okay. So these word things, they have, okay, from what I understand about them, there's like apps on phones that you can download, but they have thousands of random words to choose from. And activity or the energy of the spirit is supposed to like take random words and in some cases like craft a sentence, a coherent sentence that relates to the context of what's going on. Now, that word was chosen out of thousands of words in this device. He asked a very specific question, were you coming or going? And the word that it chose to say was enter. That's pretty relevant, kind of odd. I don't know.
Coming in or going out. And as soon as I said that, I wonder if it was something coming in or going out. And as soon as I said that, the Ovilus triggers a word and says inner. Were you coming or were you leaving? If you're the one that left that door open right there.
Enter?
Inner.
Inner.
They were in and now they're
INNER.
out, or they were outside and now they're inner. I'm unsure, really.
So they came from inside.
Does that mean they came from
I thought it said enter, but it says inner.
inside or they're inner now? Are
Who
you
knows?
inner now? Did you come inside? I don't understand what that means. Yeah, I don't know.
Weird.
Is there something you would like to tell us or the owners of this house?
Ghost is like, outer. Get outer.
Wherever your presence is, you can talk to us. Scan? What does that mean?
Maybe scan the house?
Maybe.
Dude, I'm telling you, these sound effects in the background, these videos, these investigations would be way better for it if you removed those sounds. It's just like, it's fucking annoying, okay? We need to get rid of them. MindSeed TV. Just get rid of them. We don't need the drama. Hopefully you're going to capture something that's going to prompt drama, you know?
What is it actually asking us to scan right now? Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. You see, okay, so there's a glass that fell in the kitchen, and then there's a chair right here that moved, and then there's like paper that fell, bro. Watch this again. Watch this. Shh. Watch this again.
Asking us to scan right now. Oh, shit.
Hell no, dude. Okay, so let's... I'm going to watch it one more time. They're probably going to replay it for us, but I'm going to watch it one more time because that's fucking kind of nutty.
Scan right now. Oh, shit.
What just fucking happened?
Whoa.
Something broke, and the chair just moved.
Oh my god.
That chair just moved right there.
Yo,
The second
dude.
we walk out of the room,
And you see, look. Let's go back. Look at this. Watch right here. Watch this area right here. There's like lights converging. There's like orbs converging on one another right on that countertop. Now you tell me, it could be the reflection of the countertop, but you tell me what that could be caused from. Like there's no lights moving up here that could be reflecting off of the granite. So what is that? What is this right here?
Something broke,
Watch this shit.
and the chair just moved. That chair just moved right there.
You see that?
The second
Look
we
at that.
walk
What
out
the
of the
fuck
room,
is that? And it's coming from like the wall too. So it's not reflecting off the countertop.
I hear what sounds like a glass
weird.
break, and then all of a sudden it sounds like dragging furniture across the tile floor.
What is it actually asking us to scan right now? Oh, shit.
Oh.
What just fucking happened?
A chair got pushed over, papers flew out. Colton was right behind me with his camera. We both captured it. I know that Colton got part of it, but I know I got all of it on my cell phone. Actually asking us to scan right now. Oh, shit. And people say, oh, well, you know, maybe it was a cut, maybe it was an edit. Listen, there is no way we could pull something like that off when there's just two of us in the house.
Well, there is, bro. I mean, come on. Like you can't expect the people to be that dumb that are watching this. Like, it's if you're gonna pull it off, you're gonna have more than two of you in the house, but it's gonna be easy. You could tie fishing line to the chair, or from our perspective, you wouldn't even be able to see a rope tied to the chair, to the base of the chair. So there's a way you could do it. Don't act like there's no way you could do it. see, when ghost hunters say stuff like that, it's like, that makes me more suspicious because you're acting like your audience is dumb. Like, we're not dumb. You could do it. There's normally 3 of you. There's only 2 of you this time. So where's the other guy? The other guy quit, or is he like behind the counter pulling a rope? You know what I'm saying? It makes me ultra suspicious. Not saying they faked it. I'm just saying I hate when ghost hunters say there's no way we could have faked this, because there absolutely is. 100%.
I can assure you we were the only that off when there's just 2 of us in the house. I can assure you we were the only ones on this location. What is it actually asking us to scan right now? Oh, shit.
Damn, dude.
What just fucking happened?
Something broke and the chair just moved.
Oh my god.
Enhancing the brightness in post. Golden's camera did in fact capture most of the activity. So, watch it again as it plays frame by frame. Kinda, yeah. You can kind of see it. But this is them basically proving that there was no cut. You wouldn't need a cut to fake this, so this doesn't really prove anything. Because I guess they're saying like, well, if we did a cut, then, you know, it wouldn't be the same evidence on both cameras. But you didn't have to do a cut to fake this if you faked it. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't really prove anything. Yeah, the chair like slid, bro. The chair like totally slid. It like rotated. If you watch closely from Casey's camera, several strange orbs can be seen floating past immediately after. So that's what I was talking about right here, bro. That's so crazy. Yeah. Now that would be difficult to fake. Like, I don't know how you're going to add that. You'd have to add it post-production, and it'd have to be some sort of VFX or something like that. That would be hard to fake. Damn. Damn. Yeah, they're like converging on that one spot. Right there. Yeah.
I have no idea, dude.
Can you imagine your adrenaline would instantly go through the roof if that happened? If that shit is glass breaking, a chair sliding across the floor, and now you got to go sweep up the glass too, because this is somebody's house. You can't just leave broken glass in the kitchen, right? So you got to go over to where all the commotion happened and like tidy it up now. Bro.
It's going nuts right now too.
Supplied wind plane. What do you suppose that means? Supplied wind plane. Huh.
It's not even done, dude.
Area.
Like, I supplied the wind in plain sight. All over the area.
Ride.
Have a fun ride. Because you know what I just gave you?
Fucking hand
A spicy meatball.
is shaking, bro.
What broke? Was it in here?
Something broke.
Look at all this glass.
No, I think it was in the kitchen. Yep.
Yeah, dude.
As we approached the kitchen, I noticed that there was glass all over the floor. It looked like maybe a wine glass or something.
What?
Yep. We got glass in here.
Yep. Definitely a wine glass.
There's glass everywhere in here.
So I bet you could go back in their footage, and maybe they will. But you can go back in their footage when they walked through the kitchen initially and see if you could spot that wine glass on the kitchen counter and see how far it was. It must have traveled from where it was to, you know, slide off the kitchen counter. That'd be interesting to just go back and look at where it was.
That was it. Nice.
Yo, is that
Roach.
That's a roach.
Big ass roach.
Ah, case closed, bro. The roaches are coming from the dishwasher. They pulled the chair across the room and pushed the wine glass off the counter. Case closed. Fucking solved it.
These
There's a
people
lot
said
of
that
roaches, though.
Anytime they've experienced any kind of strange paranormal activity within the home, there's like an increase in like pest activity as well. They said that one time the sink was full of maggots when there was noises and whispers happening within the house.
They've said they have frogs, they have black racer snakes, they have spiders, cockroaches, maggots, all of these things they've experienced before.
Wow.
I've never heard of anything like this before, but I found it very, very strange that the moment we picked up something running through or running past the kitchen, there's just 6 or 7 roaches crawling all over the countertop. I can't make this shit up. I don't know how to explain it, but it felt evil. It felt weird. I don't like this at all. I told you I didn't like the way this place felt the minute we got here, bro.
I think they both felt like
There's the paper right there.
There's papers all over the floor over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw
Stars.
something move over here after the chair slid.
Stars align.
It's
Providence.
almost like something came through here, you know what I'm saying? Like the chair moved and then shit over here went flying. I'm positive I got that on the camera.
Yo, so did those papers come from the kitchen table that was right here? Or did they come from over here and we just could kind of see it? Just couldn't really tell the depth of the shot that we were watching. It looked like it was like more in this area where the papers were flying.
You want to do yes, no right here?
I mean, yeah.
You want to breathe for a sec?
Yeah, let's take a sec, dude. And then, yeah, we'll grab something like
What's
this.
with the fucking roaches, man? Like one just ran behind this fucking garbage can. Like it's all like here. Like something bad is like here.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, now you're keeping me off, man. I just want to move away from this spot. Let's take a minute.
All right. We decided to go get the yes-no prism. We knew that we needed to set up tests right here in the kitchen where all this stuff just happened.
Yeah, so I've never seen these guys get a lot of activity with the yes-no prism. So it'll be cool. Hopefully we see a lot of activity because I've seen independent ghost hunting YouTube channels like Ghost Theory, for example. Ghost Theory has had a lot of really good evidence with the yes-no prism.
And we went out to the truck. We stopped rolling just for a second. And when we were outside by the truck, we heard this loud slam coming from the barn or the stable area, whatever that building was off to the side. But we didn't have time to go there just yet because we just captured all this activity in the house.
Negative reactions.
When we
What does
set up
that
the yes-no
mean?
prism in the kitchen, I was hooked into the hypersensitive EVP tests. I was listening to see if I could hear anything abnormal with the microphone on like super, super high volume. This is kind of a new test that we've been doing, but a lot of times when we were...
I suppose I have a question here. I'm just curious. Like, I wonder if you pushed that chair back to where it was and then swept up the glass and then proceeded with the investigation, if the ghosts would be more prone to, like, you're actively like canceling out what the spirits have done, right? So I wonder if they'd be more prone to redoing their actions. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe you could like provoke a spirit to do something again if you undo what they've already done. I don't know. I mean, maybe that's just me reaching, but I'm curious. Like, does it work that way? Maybe. I might try it. I might try to put the chair back where it went and like clean up the glass. Like, hey, come on. Let's keep this professional. Let's keep this clean. We don't want chairs in the middle of the walkway and glass all over the kitchen floor. Come on. And then just see if that provokes it to do more.
record EVPs, this is kind of a new test that we've been doing, but a lot of times when we record EVPs, you know, we have to play it back to see if the EVP was captured on the audio device. We've just started doing this recently to where all the sound is enhanced and I can hear everything extra loud through the headphones. Can you use this device to let us know if you're here right now?
Was that a fit of anger earlier?
I just heard a boom noise.
Sounded like it was from outside, but it was like a boom, like bass heavy.
I didn't hear anything.
You didn't?
No.
While Colton could not hear anything with his own ears, the enhanced microphone was able to capture a distant noise. At normal microphone levels, the sound could not be heard. Interesting.
I just heard a boom noise.
Yeah, not at all, bro. Listen again with the enhanced microphone. That's a very bassy boom too. It's like a I don't know, like a really heavy door slamming or something.
I just heard a boom noise.
Sounded like it was from outside, but it was like a boom, like bass heavy.
I didn't hear anything.
You didn't?
No. Do you plan on communicating with us through one of these devices, or just making noises?
Oh.
No.
What?
So red means no, green means yes. Now I will say, when I've seen the yes/no prism being used on other paranormal channels, they've always had to explain the rules to the spirit. Like, this side is yes, this side is no. You know, if you want to say yes, come to this side. If you want to say no, come. They'll explain the rules. I've never once heard MindSeed TV explain the rules. So we can maybe assume that they explain the rules off camera, or we can just assume that every single spirit in existence knows how to use these things. I don't know.
What did you just ask it?
I just said, do you plan on communicating through one of our devices? Or are you just plan on moving things? What is happening right now?
There's been times when we have our devices do some really weird shit, but the yes/no prism just saying no, 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 no over and over again, that was the first time either one of us have experienced that, and it's literally on the corner, right where all the activity was going on.
Whatever it is, it's staying right there, next to it.
The cockroach just came back.
Yeah. Bro, there's something.
And this whole, look, there's another one. Look, see that? See?
Get close up on that. I want the camera to actually see these roaches all over the fucking kitchen right here.
Damn, dude.
Let's get out of here.
All right, yeah.
You want to
Yeah,
do
no.
like a test in the barn?
Yeah, sure. This is just mesmerizing, and it's...
No, but this is weird. Like, this isn't like just regular activity. Like, this isn't like some peaceful shit. Like, there's something in here right now that's not good.
I mean, I don't know where he gets that impression from. I don't know. I don't know where he gets that. Where does he get that impression from? It's not good. No, it's the no ghost, bro. No. Bro, the no spirit is some savage shit.
Shit is sketchy, bro.
Everything out here, man.
Dude. Yo, real talk though, why would you want to stay at a house like this? Like, if this shit's happening all the time, you got random roaches, like, just crawling out of your dishwasher by the dozen. Like, why would you want to live here? You know? Like, if all it takes is just a little bit of provoking and shit starts popping off, why would you want that?
Like that right there. Like, why does it have to come right up to the edge of the woods?
What?
Yeah.
The end of this. Down there.
Oh, yeah, I know. It sounded like one of these gates slammed earlier, didn't it?
Or something, yeah.
Is there anything in here? Is there any animals in here that we're like not? I mean, it would make sense if there was an animal out here. Maybe. Like something kicking the stall?
Maybe. I know you heard that.
I'm hearing everything, bro.
Heard what? What? Well, I didn't hear anything.
See, now it makes sense to me why these people are so fucking freaked out being here, you know?
Yeah.
I get it. I don't want to be here anymore right now.
Yeah, move. Just move. Sell your house.
Let's set up the spirit box like right in the middle here. Look, we got chairs. I guess one of us could sit, right?
Yeah.
These fucking spirit boxes freak me out, just the sound of them being on, dude. I can't stand the sound of a spirit box.
What is your name?
There was some phrases coming through, a couple words. Honestly, it was hard for me to focus on because it was horrifyingly scary in there already. And then we were both startled by a loud slam.
Is this the woman that was found in the lake?
Yo, that was a slam.
My first reaction was to mute the spirit box, so I muted the spirit box, and we were just listening for a moment, trying to see if we could hear maybe another one or like any kind of follow-up noises.
Hold on. Hold on. We got to break this down. Let's go back real quick. So he has the spirit box. Let me watch what happens here. So okay, so he didn't mute it immediately. He said his first reaction was to mute the spirit box, but if you just hear something slam behind you from seemingly no one or nothing, I don't know that my first reaction would be to like mute the spirit box, but I guess if you think you're about to capture some crazy shit, then maybe you would. I don't know.
My first reaction was to mute the spirit box, so I muted the spirit box, and we were just listening for a moment, trying to see if we could hear maybe another one or like any kind of follow-up noises.
Yo, what the fuck? Go back and capture it, bro. You didn't get to see anything. Come on. Where's that even coming from?
I can't explain to you what emotionally and mentally went on there. It was like everything that I had a choice of to think about shut off and instinct just kicked in.
Yo, dude. I don't know about this. I don't know about this.
Everything around us was rumbling. It felt like the whole barn or stall was gonna get lifted off of the fucking ground.
No, I will say that does sound like multiple gates, like multiple doors, like maybe
or stall was gonna get lifted off of the
on.
fucking ground.
Yeah, like maybe 5 or 6. Honestly, maybe 5 or 6 doors. I didn't even think about that before, but when you actually listen to it, after he says it sounds like the whole thing was about to like take off or whatever, or like fall to the ground, and you actually listen to it, it does sound like multiple doors.
Lifted off of the fucking ground.
Yeah, I don't know. It does. It does, for sure. I will say, yo, if you have access to headphones right now, put some headphones on because you can hear it. You can hear it coming from multiple directions all at once in your headphones.
I'm telling you right now, I'm over it, dude.
That's kind of fucking wild, I will say. That is kind of wild.
I knew that when I left the stalls, I was just more concerned with my safety at the time. But we left a device in there.
Oh, no. You gotta go back now, brother.
I left the spirit box.
Go get it, bro. Go back in there and get it, bro.
I'm about to just say fuck the spirit box. I'm not going in there for that.
Dude, I'm not going back in there.
I got to the point where I said, fuck it, let's just leave the spirit box.
What? You're gonna leave it? Okay, what I'm gonna say here is this is like extra sus, because in 2 videos ago when we first reacted to MindSeed TV, there were chairs being stacked, like 4 chairs being stacked in a pyramid on a fucking table. On a table in like 2 seconds. If you haven't seen that video, go back and watch it. But like these guys, their balls in situations like this is so inconsistent, because they were willing to stick around after that and continue to hunt and continue to investigate, but some gates start shaking and stuff when you're inside of a barn and you won't go back for your spirit. I don't know. It kind of makes me a little suspicious. It's like, is it possible that maybe that one was faked and this one is real? Or maybe they just don't really have like a consistent risk level that they're willing to entertain in these videos when it's real. Or maybe it's the feeling. I mean, we can't discount the feeling. We're not there to feel it, right? We're not there to feel it. So maybe it's the feeling. I don't know, but it's just odd to me that he's saying he's not going to go back for the spirit box.
I got to the point where I said, fuck it, let's just leave the spirit box. I feel like I've been in this position so many times to where I've felt this kind of fear at different locations, and it was almost like there was a part of me that was challenging me.
My mind isn't even ready to form words yet. I'm hyperventilating still. And Casey takes off down the fucking tunnel.
Oh, he goes back. Does he go back? Yo.
Let's leave, dude.
You imagine you just see the camera just go fall on the ground and he just gets ripped back in there, dude. He's like, whoa! And then you just hear like the clinking gates. Oof. So fucking scary.
Get the fuck on, man.
Yeah.
The second Casey makes it back with the spirit box, there's 1 second of silence and then crash.
Let's go.
Splash?
Tell me you heard
What
that.
the fuck
Tell
was
me you
that,
heard that.
dude? Sounded like somebody did a cannonball.
This sounded like someone cannonballed
From the
into
lake.
the fucking lake. That's the only way that I could explain it. It was loud, there was bass to it.
Let's go. Tell me you heard
What
that.
the
Whoa.
fuck was
Tell me you
that,
heard that.
dude? Sounded like somebody did a cannonball.
There's no way.
Dude, fuck that.
And the one place that we hadn't really investigated yet, was the lake.
Oh, they're gonna investigate it now, dude. Oh.
The next step that we could go to get something to speak to us was the Ouija board. And we remembered that the woman's body was found in the lake.
A lot of times, the location of death is...
They're going to play with a fucking Ouija board now? Y'all were just talking about being ready to go. What the hell are you doing?
One of the places that we try our hardest to communicate with the entities because they're familiar with the area where their body was found. And we decided we would run one last test on the dock by the lake.
Wow.
1,
How much you want to bet this goes bad?
2, 3. Whatever is here, are you evil?
We set up a Ouija board on the dock and we began asking questions.
Do you want to harm us?
Are you the one?
Listen to that frog, man. That frog sounds terrifying. Listen to this. Oh my gosh.
Are you the one that's causing all these problems here at this lake?
We were hearing little splashes here and there. Those definitely could have been fish, possibly.
Are you vengeful? Did someone in this family do something to you?
You've already done so much tonight. Can you please move this planchette and give us a message? You can use our energy through this board to spell something out if you would like to give us a message.
It is so noisy. Between the post added sound effects and just the ambiance of the night, my ears are like bleeding right now.
You can use yes, no.
Towards the end of the Ouija board session, we both heard a splash that sounded somewhat close to us.
And what we saw next will affect every night of sleep that I have for the rest of my life.
What did they see? What did they see next? All right. Is this going to be the ultimate spicy meatball we've been waiting for? What did they see next? Following footage may cause extreme discomfort and stick with you long after viewing this video. All right, buckle up. If you have a weak stomach or easily disturbed, we recommend you skip the following clip. Are they going to do a countdown for us? Yeah, they are. 3, 2, 1. Just making sure you're ready. Are you ready? You still here? Okay. All right, wait. Shh. Let's pay attention.
Is there more than one of you here?
Can you give us an initial? Can you give us your name? Can you give us anything?
Yo, 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 yo. What was that? What was that?
When we looked out to the lake to see what was making this noise,
There was... Right here. Right here. Look right here. What is that, dude? What is that, dude?
I could see what clearly looked like to me. I mean, crystal clear. The top of like a woman's head
What?
peeking at us out of the water.
Yo, get the fuck out of
I
here.
could see.
Yo, what in the hell is that? Bro.
I could see eyes. I could see hair. I could see wet hair.
You have no idea what it's like to experience that type of thing. And so without even a second thought or look or guess or asking each other's opinion, we were fucking gone.
Okay, hold on. So we have to assume, like, they're sitting there with the Ouija board, right? Again, being fair, could have been relatively easy to fake this, but let's give them the benefit of the doubt. They're sitting there with that camera that's facing them, but also, like, you can see behind them, the lake behind them. That camera was rolling for a while, right? So there's no way that anybody could have held their breath for that long if it was just some random person trying to freak them out. So either they have a third dude with them that's doing all this shit, and then also a woman that is going to be the grand finale of the video that is going to, like, slink off into the lake and pop up and just be, you know, through craft and, like, post editing, you can like put her in there, or this is real. Those are the two options.
And so without even a second thought, you have no idea what it's like to experience that type of thing. And so without even a second thought or look or guess or asking each other's opinion, we were fucking gone.
Crazy, dude.
We ran.
I don't care what the critics say. I don't care what people at home saying.
It was fucking scary. It's by far the scariest thing that I've ever seen with my own eyes.
Because she's, like, realistically, like, she's, like, maybe 15, 20 feet away from them, right? So it's like he just turns his head, dude. He turns his head and just, like, literally, I could just imagine it, makes eye contact with her, and they're like, oh, fuck. Watch this.
Are the scariest thing that I've ever seen with my own eyes.
Wow.
I needed a little bit of time after this investigation. We actually had to cancel 2 other locations after we did this one because I didn't want to do it anymore. I didn't.
When we got in the car, both of us were dead silence with each other. And the first word to break the silence was from Casey, and he was talking immediately, just frantically, about how he can't do this anymore. And he wanted to, like, legit stop investigating these paranormal locations.
And I told Colton, I said, listen, man, I've been doing this for a long time, and I'm tired. Like, I'm honestly at my limit. I'm tired. Like, I can't keep seeing shit like this. I can't keep experiencing shit like this.
The passion has turned to just danger. Like, what do we do with energy and with entities and things that we experience that no one has a deterrent or answer for?
And then just, sure, let's go to the next location tomorrow and see if we see anything. This was enough for a lifetime.
Everything that we do is this pseudoscience, speculative.
So I said the same shit before, but it's like, can you imagine, this is all legit, to capture all of this on video and to have truly experienced this shit, and everything that they're, every bit of what they're saying right now is true. He wanted to quit afterwards. He can't handle this anymore. He can't do this anymore. You publish it to YouTube and 90% of the people don't fucking believe you, bro. Can you imagine that? That would be so frustrating. So frustrating.
Kind of genre that maybe a few people out there say, yeah, I know for sure, but no one does. And so I understand where the guy's coming from. I just never heard him talk like that. Like, I'm hanging it up right now in the second. Fuck everything that I've done for the past 5-10 years. That's it for me.
This felt like the closest I've ever come to that. Like, this felt evil with the roaches, with the glass breaking, with the thing running through the kitchen, the stables rumbling, seeing a woman coming out of the lake. I wouldn't do a follow-up investigation there. Even if it was highly commented on, please go back. I'm not going back to that location ever again.
Wow. We needed a little downtime and took a few weeks to gather our thoughts after this investigation. Ultimately, we decided to get back on the road and continue testing at other locations. Well, of course, bro. I mean, just the sheer curiosity would keep you going, I would think. But that is going to do it for tonight's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell to get notified every single time I upload. And also, any MindSeed TV videos that you recommend I watch, put them down in the comments. Or any other ghost hunting, paranormal YouTuber show on the internet. If you have a video of theirs that you want me to react to, put it down in the comments. I love this shit. I love breaking it down. I love speculating on whether it's real or fake. It's like, I love it. But until next time, I hope all of y'all have a fantastic night.